Welcome everybody to a new episode of Wet Shaving with Angelo. I am Angelo, and I hope everyone's having a good day and a good shave. Even though it's a day early for Father's Day, I thought I'd do a special Father's Day shave of the day for the occasion, or for Father's Day weekend, if you will. So, the products I'm going to be using, my brush of choice, I just recently got this. I got the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Solar Flare 24mm synthetic brush. This will be the second time I've ever used it, and my god, this is the softest brush I have ever owned. For my shave soap of choice, Pre De Provence number 63. It has a very warm and spicy masculine scent to it. And I'm not 100%, but I think it's triple milled. It's definitely got a nice scent because it's a very hard soap. Very hard soap. And now for my razor of choice, I did two separate polls on Facebook. One poll in the East Coast Wet Shavers group, and one poll in the Vintage Gillette Safety Razor group. In the East Coast Wet Shavers group, I asked which of my vintage aftershaves should I use in my shave video. And the winner by a landslide, Old Spice. Because I did put the question in the poll, which vintage aftershave screams dad the most? And of course, many of us remember our fathers using Old Spice, or our grandfathers wearing Old Spice. So I'm going to be using my vintage Old Spice aftershave that's from as I mentioned in my previous video, sometime between 1956 and 1966. My razor choice, which I did a poll on the Vintage Gillette Safety Razor group, my razor choice and I will let you know, the blade I'm using today is a Gillette Nacet blade. Winner by one vote, the 1946-47 Gillette Aristocrat. Look at that! Isn't she a beauty? And this is like one of the best Gillette razors I own. So I'm going to get ready to wet the face, lather up, and shave with the grain first pass, and so on. So how's everyone doing? How's everyone's Father's Day doing? Or Father's Day weekend, I should say, going. Does anyone have any plans for Father's Day weekend or Father's Day itself? Now get the brush nice and wet. And number 63 by Pre De Provence, I think would match perfectly with Old Spice. Because it's got that spicy, masculine scent to it. And there is a hint, at the base notes. One of the base notes is tobacco scent, which actually blends well with the spices and herbs and other scents to it. Really, and it lathers, it's lathering so easy. Look at this. Just easily lathers like nothing. Just a nice creamy lather. Dry off the hands. And let's get shaving first pass with the grain. Just cuts through the whiskers like butter. And as I said earlier, I find the 46-47 Gillette Aristocrat to be one of the best razors Gillette ever made, if not the best razor they made. And I'm even comparing that to my 1953 Gillette President razor, which I had in the poll, and it was second place by one vote to the Aristocrat by the voters. But to me, the Gillette President, from my experience, is a touch too mild. I mean, I like mild razors when I want to go easy, but if I use a Gillette President, I would have to do 4 passes instead of my typical 3. It's a good razor, and it's a nice piece for the collection. But it's very mild. Whereas the 46-47 Aristocrat is just aggressive enough to give a good shave, yet still comfortable enough to irritate. That was the first pass with the grain. Now I'm going to rinse my face, relather, and go across the grain. And I should mention Pre De Provence. It's number 63. The brand Pre De Provence is a French brand of shave soap, and this soap is made in France. And actually, it's fairly reasonably priced for as much bag. This soap is fairly reasonably priced. You can get this on Amazon for about $15-16 online on Amazon, and you get a good amount of soap. And it's because it may be triple milled, it'll last you a long time. And I saw I'm up to 46 subscribers right now. So far, so good. And I'm thinking when I hit 50 subscribers on my YouTube channel, I might do a pay forward video and decide what item or items I'll pay a piff on my YouTube channel, on this YouTube channel, for lucky winners. I would cover the shipping, but it would have to be in the continental US. Only to keep shipping charges low. But once I hit 50 subscribers, I'll do a PIF video or pay for a video where one or two or three even of my lucky subscribers or participants will get a free prize. So get your friends that are winning the wet shaving to subscribe to my channel so we can get to 50 or more subscribers, eh? Because you never know what I'm going to be piffing next. Now we go across the grain. I want to wish all my YouTube subscribers and viewers that are watching this a happy Father's Day weekend. Whether you're a father of a human or whether your child is a boy, girl, human, cat, dog, whatever. If you take care of a living creature, you deserve to celebrate Father's Day. Doesn't matter if your child is a pet or a human. If you take care of something, you're the daddy. Or someone or something, you're the daddy. They know you as daddy. And this is your weekend. My cat, Uncle Fester, knows me as daddy. Okay, we're going to re-wet the face and go against the grain for the final pass. There's not much stubble left after the first two passes, so it should make it easier to get a nice, clean, baby but smooth shave. That's the beauty of the Gillette Aristocrat from 4647. If you want a real aggressive shave, it'll give you an aggressive shave. If you want a mild shave, it'll give you a mild shave. It's just a damn great razor all around. Probably the apex of all of Gillette razors. In my opinion, it's the king of razors when it comes to all the vintage Gillette razors. Of all my vintage Gillettes, I love using the 4647 Aristocrat the most. Gives me a damn great shave, baby butt smooth, all pretty much guaranteed. Little to no irritation. Just a great razor all around. And if you're looking into getting a 4647 Gillette Aristocrat, they're fairly common to find actually. Even though they're plated in gold, you could easily get one for the same price you would pay, say a Merkur 34C or so. Or in other words, like I paid $50 for my razor, and that was with the packet of blades and the case that came with it. So basically you can buy a vintage Gillette Aristocrat for the same price you would pay for some modern razors. Like a mid-level price range modern razor. You may have to clean it up. You take a toothbrush and some Dawn dish soap to it and then disinfect it. What I use 91 proof or 91% rubbing alcohol as a soak to rinse it off with after I'm done cleaning it up. Whenever I get a new vintage razor, just for safety. I've heard of some guys using Barbicide, but I've heard also that Barbicide can damage certain metals like aluminum. So I'm playing it on the safe side with using the alcohol. And the alcohol is dirt cheap. Rubbing alcohol, that is, or isopropyl, if you will. Talk about a wonderful Father's Day weekend shave. No cuts, no irritation. Just a wonderful shave. I'm going to rinse off and apply the vintage Old Spice aftershave now. And a baby butt smooth shave to top it all. I would highly recommend Pre De Provence shave soaps for those looking for a budget entry French shave soap that's triple milled, that'll last you a long time and smells great. I would recommend definitely the number 63 scent, as it's very reminiscent of Old Spice in some ways, which is what I'm using now. Oh yeah. Nothing like classic dad scent of Old Spice. Classic man scent, I should say. Well, that's it for today, everybody. Have a good day and have a good shave.